Yo, what's going on, it's Lejeune here. Now we back into some more Marvel Rivals. Now today's video we'll be going over some tips and tricks when it comes to Doctor Strange, and I do have to say, overall, Doctor Strange is a really good character. He's good on offense and defense, so he has the best of both worlds, to be honest. So before we get into it, before we explain everything when it comes to Doctor Strange, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, make sure you guys have the notification bell on as well, so you guys be notified when I upload a video, and most importantly, make sure you hit that like button. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so as I stated in my previous videos when it comes to talking about tanks, I have to say Doctor Strange really doesn't have no downsides because he can do both offensive and defend as well. So honestly, Doctor Strange is just one of those characters where he's just a really good tank and can do pretty much everything. So he really is going to be showed off a lot when it comes to being a competitive and quick play, which he's already dominating in competitive. I'm just going to give out some tips and just show you guys how you can really perform with him and go crazy, since I have played with him for a good bit and I understand this kit. So let's talk about his attack patterns. Now his main source of DPS will be his Maelstrom of Madness, and of course his Eye of Agamotto, which is a very nice ultimate, and his basic attacks. So he has about a good 3 to 4 attack patterns that you can do. Now we all know that the first one is just doing this, like that, it's just doing a regular basic attacks, like that's nothing crazy at all. But if you want to be defensive with it, you can do this and throw up your shield, this shield, this shield. So that is another way you can do it as well. Now another way you could do is doing this melee, and doing like that. So that is another way you can do it. Now if you want to do like a full offense with it, you could do this melee, boom. So that's how you do that. So honestly, Doctor Strange can do some damage. So that's why I say, like, he really doesn't have no downfall because he can do both DPS and defend. Now if you add a Hulk to your team, bruh, when I tell you this Maelstrom of Madness gives an insane buff, y'all. Basically what it does, if you have a Hulk on your team, you get increased damage from your Maelstrom of Madness. It increases the range of it, so it reaches more enemies. And also when you get to 100% with the passive with the Maelstrom of Madness, you don't get anti-heal. So you really get a huge buff overall just for having Hulk on your team with Doctor Strange, which is insane. So let me show you what it looks like once I have my passive for the Maelstrom of Madness at 100%, so you can see the damage of it with the combo I can do. So pretty much boom, like you see that with the melee, he got deleted like instantly, bro. It's insane with the damage you can do with Doctor Strange, bro. So let me do it again so you guys can see it. Boom, like, bruh, it is insane having Hulk on your team with Doctor Strange. He gets a huge benefit for that. But that's pretty much it when it comes to the offensive with Doctor Strange. Now of course you could throw the Eye of Agamotto in there, but you already know how that goes. You get a good positioning with your ultimate, you pop it, it go crazy. But I'm going to go into more into detail about that, but we're going to talk about the defensive side of Doctor Strange so you guys can see an aspect of that. As you know, his main offense for defense is his shield. His shield has 800 health, and it is really good in my opinion. So the way it will work, say for instance for Hela, everybody knows this example because it's a really good example. So because Hela is very strong right now, especially in competitive, she gets banned almost every time. When Hela is pop her ultimate, it is very dangerous, but Doctor Strange can counter that very easily. So let's put this ping up here. Say for instance that is Hela. When Hela pops her ultimate, go straight into the sky with your levitation, the cloak of levitation, and pop your shield. So we're gonna ping this right here, go up in the sky and just get straight in front of her face. Now this is gonna be very helpful, but the shield is gonna break eventually, but I think once the shield breaks, she only has about one shot to get off, then her ultimate is done, which is very helpful, y'all, because Hela ultimate is very powerful and it can change the tide of battle, to be honest. So having that up and blocking it so it doesn't get your teammates out of there is very good. Now there's many of ults that Doctor Strange can actually block and attacks as well. So for example, I know Doctor Strange can block his own ultimate, so they have another Doctor Strange on the team and they pop Eye of Agamotto. You could get in front of them and make sure your teammates are not, make sure they're behind the shield so they don't get hit by it, and you can completely block his ultimate. And I know you can block Storm's ultimate, but it's gonna break eventually. I know you can block Thor's ultimate, Wanda's ultimate. Let me see. Let's do another top tier one that can really wipe some people. You can block Groot's ultimate. I know that 100%. What else? I know you can block Black Panther's ultimate, Spider-Man's ultimate, even Iron Man's ultimate. Like, you can block some ultimates. You just have to be smart in your positioning with it as well. Now, if you're in like combat, like regular combat, try not to like use all your shield. Like, try to bring it up a little bit and not have it break on you, because granted, it does heal fast. As you see at the bottom, it heals fast, but you have to be always aware, because you never know what can happen and what potential like ultimate or what ability that the other team might use that can possibly wipe you. And with you not having your shield because it's broken, because you've been using it the whole time, is going to possibly change the whole tide of battle because you didn't have your shield up. So use it wisely when it comes to that shield. But honestly, that is like his whole defensive side. Now, of course, we do have his ultimate that we do have to talk about in his portal. So when it comes to his portal, honestly, you have to be super smart with this, because there is a lot of potential that you could do with this portal. So like, there's ways you can actually catch the team off guard. You can set up your team to actually get a good play to catch the team off guard as well. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with that portal, y'all. I would not sleep on it. Now, they did change it where if you place it at an enemy spawn and they fall off their deaths, it won't count towards you. It'll just count as a regular death on them, but you still can get some play from that. But I would say be 100% smart on your placings when it comes to your portals, because depending on your portal, it could determine if you could get a good like starter off when it comes to your first match or like the first encounter that you do. So make sure you get a good ultimate off, or a good portal off with it. Now, we all know that if you pop your portal and you go straight to Agamotto, bruh, the plays you can get off of that is insane. So be very smart with your portals. Now, when it comes to Eye of Agamotto, we already know how this works. It's such a good ultimate, y'all. Like, I would highly recommend that. That is what really makes Doctor Strange a fearful character when you see him on the battlefield, because that ultimate alone is very powerful, and it can do a lot for the team, because as you know, once you pop it, it takes their souls out their body and they're basically just stuck to take damage. Like, they are free lick. Now, if you have a healer on that, if the enemy team has a healer and you don't get them in it and they have their ultimate that can heal, like Luna, Cloak and Dagger, and Mantis, it kind of makes your ultimate useless and you kind of wasted it. But that's why I say make sure you get the healers with this ultimate, because bruh, the plays you can get off of this is insane. So basically what you do, this is what Eye of Agamotto do. You just basically do it like that. And yeah, that is pretty much the whole concept behind it. It really is a good ultimate, y'all. Like, it really is good. You just have to be very smart with it. But the way like you would do it, say for instance, we had, let's go over here real quick. So you just spawned in and you have your ultimate and everything. So in your team, the team is like in the middle, in the Wakanda map, just chilling, just holding it down. You're struggling a little bit. Just going in with your portal. Try to get a good positioning behind them so they can't see your portal opening. Of course, they're going to hear it. They're going to hear the portal, but you have to get a good positioning where they can't see it, so they don't know where you're coming from. So you do it like this. I go in, come up from the top, Eye of Agamotto, boom. They're cooked. They're cooked just from that alone, because they got caught off guard and they didn't see the portal. They can't see the portal from here as well. So you have to be very smart with your portals, y'all, especially with your ultimate as well. Combined together, it's such a deadly combo. But that is pretty much it, y'all, when it comes to Doctor Strange. Now, I do have to say his weakness is melee characters. Melee characters can literally just melee him through this, and the good thing about it, he does have his cloak of levitation, so he could get away from them easily, which is a good thing. But I have to say, like, he does have a counter, y'all. Granted, you know, Doctor Strange can do a lot. He does have a counter, and it's the person that gives him a team up, which is Hulk. Hulk can literally counter the shit out of Doctor Strange. It is so funny, y'all, because there's no way of getting away from it. Doctor Strange has a little bit of mobility with his cloak of levitation, but that's pretty much it. And you may think he's safe in the sky, but he's not. Hulk can literally knock him out the sky and stun him and still do damage to him while he's still stunned and trying to get back up. And just up close, Hulk can just keep meleeing him. Now, granted, Hulk has an easy lick to build up your stacks when it comes to your main damaging ability, which you can get off on him very easily like that. But he has a shield. Like, it's just a lot that Hulk can really counter when it comes to Doctor Strange. So I feel like that is, like, in a tank class, when it comes to being a counter, Hulk is 100% Doctor Strange counter, which is pretty funny since Hulk is my main and I do like playing as Doctor Strange. So yeah, that is like my pretty last thing I have to say when it comes to Doctor Strange, to be honest. But yeah, that is it, y'all. Like, that's all I have discussed. If there's anything I missed when it comes to talking about Doctor Strange, let me know in the comments below. Let's put everybody on. Granted, we all know that Doctor Strange is a very good tank and a lot of people do use him, especially in competitive. I just want to put people on that probably play quick match or trying to get into competitive and want to use Doctor Strange. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Put it in the comments below if I missed anything. Let's help everybody out. But yes, Lejeune here. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video as I enjoyed making it. Before we head out, if you guys are not, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell as well, so you be notified when I upload a video, and most importantly, make sure you guys hit the like button. Lejeune here. I'll see you guys later, and I'm gone. Peace.